Hi everyone, let us talk about research today. I'll tell you why you should buy this book and how this book can change your research skills forever. আমাদের দেশের মানুষ রিসার্চকে বা গবেষণাকে এত ভয় পায় কেন? নিশ্চয়ই এর পিছনে স্ট্রং কোনো কারণ আছে। সেটা হতে পারে যে রিসার্চকে এমনভাবে প্রেজেন্ট করা হয় মানুষ শুরুতেই ভয় পেয়ে যায়। Different kinds of methodologies, different kinds of literature reviews and everything. So, and the structure, the difficult, complex structure, all of these things contribute to the difficulties of the concept of research in our country. Now, I'll tell you how this book can help you to understand research very easily and how this will change your career forever. আপনি যদি দেখেন এই বইটার নাম হচ্ছে They Say I Say. Now, what is They Say I Say? Have you ever heard of it? They Say I Say? Probably not. So before I begin with this book, let us give a context of this discussion. As far as I can remember, during my study in my university in Bangladesh, I never studied a journal article. In fact, I never knew what is a research article. I always had that question, but I never got a clear answer of that. Yes, তার মানে কি আমি রিসার্চ করিনি জাহাঙ্গীরনগরে থাকতে? করেছি রিসার্চ পেপার মানে ডিসার্টেশন যেটাকে বলে, বড় একটা পেপার, ইন্ট্রোডাকশন, লিটারেচার রিভিউ ইত্যাদি এগুলো করেছি, but I was confused. I somehow did it, but that was not a satisfactory thing. আমি অ্যাজ এ টিচার আমি দেখেছি যে স্টুডেন্টরা অনেক অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট করে, বিভিন্ন সাবজেক্টে পড়ে, সো ইকোনমিক্স, এনভায়রনমেন্টাল সায়েন্স, বিবিএ, ইংলিশ ডিপার্টমেন্ট, তারা অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট করে, বিভিন্ন জায়গা থেকে কপি করে পেস্ট করে দিয়ে দেয়. So is that your research paper? But when you apply abroad, or if you want to do a research, if you want to contribute in your field, you have to do an original research. What is that? Before I go into the discussion of research writing, let us talk about a general essay. So in a general essay, we give an introduction, we set a thesis statement, then we support the thesis statement or argument of the paper with different evidence and examples, and we include a conclusion. That is an essay. But what is a research essay? Or what is an article? So at this point, this book comes gradually. In a research article, there is a process. You select a topic, and then you narrow down the topic, and you come to an argument. After that, you start reading papers or articles from different specialists in your field. You look at journals, you look at different other sources, and you study different papers related to your own topic, related to your own argument. So after the investigation that you have done so far, you begin writing the paper, you give an introduction, a clear thesis statement. In the second part, you start writing what others have said on your topic. This is what is called They Say in this book, which is popularly known as literature review. This book presents things in a very simple way. And then you gradually comes to your point. What do you think in response to their argument? You disagree or agree with their point, and you start giving your points. In the third part, you focus only on your analysis. You give evidence, you give claim, evidence, and analysis to prove your viewpoint. And then before you end the paper, you plant a naysayer. That means you write whether some other critics may complain against your viewpoint, and you give an answer to those naysayers, to those critics, probable critics. So at the end, in your conclusion, you write a meta-commentary. What is meta-commentary? You have heard about commentary, but what is meta-commentary? Meta-commentary is when you clarify your viewpoint in a different way. You explain the audience. So far I have discussed this. I mean this. To make things easier for the audience, you finish your paper with a review of your arguments. And at the end, you tell your audience what this paper will bring for them, the contribution of your paper. That point is called so what. So what point? So you have to ask, so what? Why should the audience care about your research? So this is my understanding of this book. As you may ask, oh my God, I know these things, so why should I buy this book? Okay, this book is not exactly to tell you the process that I have just told you, the introduction, so body, meta-commentary, an essay, and everything. Not only that. This book is basically focused on They Say and I say. Now, how you include the they say, that is important. This book makes us understand that academic research is all about academic conversations between critics and between the writer, between you and the other people, which is very important. And how you include others' comments into your paper, that is important. How you summarize their comments, how you quote them. So this book gives specific templates for those. You'll find wonderful templates and examples to help you write your research paper. And then how you write your argument. When I was in Jahangirnagar University, বেশিরভাগ লেখাতে আমি লিখতাম, okay, he says. And now I understand that was boring. But this book gives you the idea that there are some other words popularly used by the great writers or critics in the world. For example, I can use I contend, I argue. On the other hand, there is a popular misconception that in your writing you cannot use I argue. This book also discourages this viewpoint. It suggests that you can certainly use the word I, because this is your argument and you are having a conversation with the other people. So in this book you'll find different words to represent your ideas. For example, you can find verbs to make a claim, argue, assert, believe, claim, emphasize. For disagreement, verbs for expressing agreement. For example, I acknowledge, admire, agree, endorse. For disagreement, complain, complicate, contend. Verbs for making recommendations, advocate, I call for, I demand, I encourage, I urge. So you'll find a lot of templates to find a wonderful research paper. In part 4, you'll find that this book is for everyone. For students in the sciences, for writing in the social sciences, for writing in literature and everything. For every student in the world, this book is very helpful. And at the end of the book, you'll find a lot of examples of research articles which follow these structures that I have focused so far. So in the next videos, I'll talk specifically part by part from this book, and which will be very helpful for you. But I request everyone to buy this book, which will make your research life very, very easy. It's a very easy book, and it will make you understand that research is really a very easy thing to do. Thank you very much, everyone. Bye for today.